Today we're making the most amazing chorizo burger, so let's do it. And we're going to start this one by making our burger sauce. So you need to take yourself a blender and we want some free-range eggs. You want to separate out 2 to 3 yolks. Once your yolks are in the blender, we want some Dijon mustard. Chuck in about a teaspoon of your Dijon, and then you want a lemon. Cut off a nice slice of your lemon and squeeze a good splash of the juice into the blender. Next up, we want some white wine vinegar. Add a little splash of the vinegar, about 1 to 2 tablespoons. Give everything a quick blend, and next you want some sunflower oil. So add a little splash of your oil, give that a blend, and then repeat. So keep adding more and more oil as you blend until we have a nice thick mayonnaise. And once we have a lovely homemade mayo, we want to add the chipotle paste. So take your chipotle and add a couple of tablespoons to the mayo. Blend this up until it's beautiful, vibrant and orange, and then you want to pour your chipotle mayo out into a large mixing bowl where we're going to finish making our burger sauce. So the next ingredient we need is some nice crisp baby gem lettuce. You want to dice up your lettuce fairly fine. This will add a great bit of texture to the sauce and it will hold it all in so it doesn't spill out all over your hands. And then we want some pickles. So take a good handful of your pickled gherkins and just dice those up really nice and fine. Chuck your gherkins into the bowl and give that a good mixing up. And the last ingredient for our burger sauce are some lovely spicy jalapenos. Take about the same amount of jalapenos as you did gherkins, and same again, just chop them up really nice and fine. Chuck those into the burger sauce, give everything a really good stir through, give it a quick taste, and then we want to season. So add a good pinch of salt and some black pepper, give everything a really good stir through, and there we have our delicious chipotle burger sauce. So pop that to one side, and next we want to prepare some onions. So take your onions, chop them in half, remove the skins, and then we want to slice our onions into nice long thin strips. The only way for some good caramelized burger onions. So slice up your onions, and now we're going to get cooking. So pop a frying pan onto the hob, turn the heat to about medium, add a good splash of olive oil, and then chuck in your onions. Once the onions are in, give them a good season and give them a good stir through, and we want to get the onions really nice and caramelized. While they're cooking away, we're going to prepare our burger patties. So take a box grater. The first ingredient we want is some lovely meaty chorizo, and the best way I've found for this recipe is just to grate the chorizo to get it really nice and fine, so the texture is almost like the mince that we're going to be using. Once you've grated your chorizo, chuck that into a mixing bowl, and then you want some good quality beef mince. Make sure you use mince that's got a 20% fat ratio. This is the secret to a good burger, and give that a really good mixing through with your hands. Don't compress it too much, but make sure it's nicely mixed up. Once we have our burger mix, we want to put together our patties. So take a nice handful of the burger mince, start flattening out some patties. We want the patties about 1/2 inch thick or so. So take your time, make as many burger patties as you need, and when you're ready, stick those to one side, ready to cook. And at this point, our onions should be well on the way. So at this point, you want to add a nice knob of butter, give that a good stir through, and then we want some sugar. So add a good sprinkle of some sugar, stir that through so it caramelizes, and then the secret ingredient, we want some whiskey. So add a good splash of some whiskey, and then you want some white wine vinegar. Add a little splash of the vinegar, and you want to burn off the alcohol and reduce it down until it's a really nice thick syrup. And once the onions are ready, stick those to one side, ready to reheat when we've cooked our burger. So we want another frying pan on a medium to high heat, add a good knob of butter, and the only good bun for a burger is some lovely soft brioche. So pop your brioche into the butter, and we want to get it really nice and toasted. So fry these off in the butter until they're beautiful and golden brown, and then you want to get those out of the pan, turn the heat up really nice and high, and then you want to season your burger patties with some salt and pepper and lay those into the pan. Press the patties down lightly with a spatula to get a really nice crust on there. Give the patties about 45 seconds on one side, flip them over, give them another minute or so on the other side, and then you want some lovely burger cheese slices, the perfect cheese for a good burger. Lay over your cheese slices and give the patties another another 30 to 40 seconds, just so the cheese beautifully melts over the burgers. And now we're ready to go, so very quickly reheat your onions and we're ready to serve. So start by popping your burger bun onto a plate, lay on your delicious chorizo burger patty, add a good spoon of the onions, and then finish with a nice spoonful of your delicious Chipotle burger sauce. Stick the lid on your burger, and all that's left to do is to get stuck in. So make sure you give this recipe a try, and I'll see you next time.